What is up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Market Marauders, beating the market one trade at a time. If you're in Market Marauders, Investment Channel helps you to find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm promote the videos. All right, so today was NIO Day. So it happened this morning in the States. So it was pretty early this morning when NIO Day actually took place. But a lot of fantastic information came from NIO Day. So I'm just going to give my synopsis and my price target for the company. So let's jump into it. First things first, if you'd like to sign up for my private group where I give daily watch list as well as live streams, there's a link down below for that. And also, if you'd like to sign up for Webull and get 4 free stocks when you deposit $100 or more, I have a link down below for that as well. All right, so let's jump into it. Now, NIO this week touched $59.31 overall, so that was their week high. They are bullish, in my opinion, denoted by moving average 10 line being above 50 and 100, which is this purple and yellow line. And overall, I think is very bullish. The company is very bullish moving forward. There are a lot of positive things that came out of this NIO Day, so I think they're going to definitely move based off that. If we look at the levels right here, the market is currently closed, so it didn't really have time to reflect. So I think there was a lot of speculation going on, and it didn't really move as much as I thought it was, given the amount of, news that came out. So I'm going to be giving a rundown of some of the items that I captured when I looked at it, and then you all can make an informed decision on your own and do some more research. So this is all based off of the propel, or I guess the momentum of they had their earnings and delivery numbers that recently came out. So that was also a positive thing that came out for them. But I wrote up just a little summary of some of the stuff that I think was positive from the NIO Day. So first off, going to the picture side, they released this 150 kilowatt solid state battery, which I think is a huge groundbreaking achievement in my opinion. They said their new ES8 model is going to have 850 kilometer mile range, which is kilometer range, which is a 528 mile range. So I did the conversion for you all in the States. Their ES6 new model is going to have the 900 kilometer, which is the 559 mile range, and the EC6 is going to have the 910 kilometer range, which is 565 mile range. So that was the first thing that I thought was pretty fantastic, was this release of this battery and solid state battery. Now there are other companies that are talking about having new battery technology, which I think is going to be pivotal for any EV company to grow in general. Now Tesla earlier this year talked about their solid state battery. I mean, not their solid state battery. Talked about their lithium battery that they're going to be producing during their battery day. They had a plan for it. I think they've already started production of it. They were acquiring some land, I think it was in Nevada, to cultivate some lithium for their battery. So I encourage everybody to go look at that battery technology. Also, after that, a company called QuantumScape that had a lot of big financial backers kind of came out of nowhere, in my opinion, and talked about them having a solid state battery. But the only problem with QuantumScape was that they talked about having the technology like way out into 2024, and it kind of threw a red flag for a lot of investors, me, myself, talking about that one as, a more secure play, and then turn from secure to be a speculative play. So their solid state technology really isn't out yet, and it had a really long projection rate. And to me, that threw a red flag, because another company that had, very far out projections that end up being not what they really were was Nikola. So Nikola Motors, when they first came out, they told investors a lot of different things, which really never happened. So they had like the Badger they talked about. They had the different trucks that they were talking about coming out, and it sounded really good. They had a lot of people give money to them, through that process. But overall, really didn't produce really anything. Had long forward projections. So for me, I kind of learned my lesson with Nikola Motors, because I invested in them, and I kind of have been wary of companies with forward-seeking projections that are that far out in advance, and still trying to be operational. So, QuantumScape, I think people were fresh off of the Nikola run and the Nikola news, and how that turned out, and I think that's why QuantumScape kind of went down significantly after that. Now, not saying that they won't produce that battery, but they said it's still in the lab and it's being laboratory tested, and that's why I think the solid-state battery of 150 kilowatt hours coming from NIO, I think, is a big move forward, because it kind of is them jumping the line as being first, in my opinion, to have this technology that people have been really looking for. Next, I want to talk about project, or I guess Blue Point plan. So this was one of the things they talked about as well, is the Blue Point plan. Wow, tongue twister to say, which says users will be able to receive points on the app for cutting carbon emissions. So they're going to get points through the app for carbon emissions, so I think is a pretty good incentive to have. I think it's just through China, so I think if you buy one and have it in the U.S., I don't think that you'll be able to get this, but I think it's just solely for their factories or their locations in China. Next, we'll talk about something that came out, which is this new battery as a service system. So battery as a service is basically, the company allows you to swap out their batteries. So let's say you have a battery and you've charged it a bunch of times, and you want to swap it out and get another one, or you want to upgrade to a longer range battery. They have these little terminals that'll swap out the battery for you, and they're called I guess the battery swap station, but they unveiled their battery swap station 2.0, which is capable of 312 daily swaps. So that's basically what it's saying right here. And then they said that they currently have over 177 power swap stations currently in China, and they have a goal for the end of 2021 to have 500 by the end of 2021. So customers can upgrade batteries at any time, and then they said they completed 1.49 million battery swaps so far since the birth of the company. So I think that is a fantastic number as well. They're definitely going to be looking to see how they can expand their battery swap technology as time goes on. I think it kind of separates them from a company like Tesla. Tesla doesn't really have battery swap technology, and once your battery is corroded or something goes on with your battery, I don't really think there's a replacement for that actual vehicle. So I don't think they replace the battery. I think you just have to get another vehicle. I really don't know how that process works. I don't currently own a Tesla, so I don't know. I haven't been, one day I will own one, but I don't really know that process. I really haven't looked into it that much. So as far as I know, NIO is the only company that does the battery swap technology. Next, they had an unveiling of their new vehicle. So this is going to be the ET7. So this is the ET7 that they released. This is just a picture of the vehicle. They got a lot of cool new technology on this, so I would encourage everybody to go look at that, look at the presentation. I have it in my community tab, so make sure you go look at that on my page. It was very interesting, all the technology involved in this vehicle, and they kind of have another sedan. So I think they currently have two sedans. It's going to make the second sedan. I think they have two SUVs, and then they also have a racing team as well, but that's not really what people are going to be having on the street driving every day. But I do think they have a lot of vehicles under their repertoire, and I think they have, a lot of cool, interesting technology that kind of rivals Tesla, in my opinion. Next, I want to talk about the battery charge stations. So currently they have 100 power charge stations and 792 power chargers. I think this is throughout the country, but I think they plan on growing more, and you also have the home alternative as well. I think this is just referring to private and public charge stations. So Their network is constantly growing as far as charging is concerned. And then lastly, we'll talk about one thing that I thought was interesting and also cool at the same time is they have, pull this down, they have this Neo Life Blue Sky Lab. So they're basically taking excess material from the production of the car and making it as a clothing company. Now I know Tesla has done some of this in the past, where you know Elon Musk had advertised the shorts for just kind of poking fun at the SEC. Tesla also has like jackets and other merch like that, and then they have Tesla Tequila. So I think for companies, to kind of use their material to do kind of fashion or things that are not really involved with the production of a car, I think is very interesting to do as well. And I kind of like the fact that companies do that. Now, that was really it as far as just a synopsis of the recap of the Neo Day. A lot of interesting things going on, but as far as my price target, for me, I'd say a price target around $100 is a realistic price target. Now, all things considered, you have to look at, let's go back to this. You have to look at, they released a solid state battery, so that is, news in itself. Their delivery numbers from last quarter were fantastic. This battery as a service technology, and just seeing on paper the number of growth and the number of completed battery swaps that they had so far, I think will definitely set them apart. As a company, they have a huge backing from the Chinese government as well as private investors, which definitely helps with the company as well. They're currently releasing multiple new models and increasing the driving rate or driving range for vehicles coming out. So I think with all things considered, their growth plan is excellent. And I can see that they are definitely maximizing all their resources to do this solid state battery as well as this battery as a service. Now, would I say to buy Tesla over to buy Neo? I think both are great companies that will help grow any portfolio. I think the whole EV market in general is going to be red hot. So with just those things in general, I think $100 price target is not really out of the question, especially considering the solid state battery. So the solid state battery to me kind of sold it for me as something that I think will definitely help the company grow, because the solid state battery not only will add additional range to the vehicles, you can swap it out. So it's not like you have to have the extended range battery. You can also swap it out to have a lesser one if you don't make long commutes. So you have that option. I think overall they have a very good business plan. And you see, like, talking about the QuantumScape thing as well. QuantumScape is an entire company that was built that just talked about solid state batteries. So, you have a company that's making solid state batteries, but also is a car company that sells vehicles, kind of puts them up above QuantumScape, in my personal opinion. So, going to be looking for more developments and more press releases coming out from Neo after this, Neo Day came out. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what price target you guys think is reasonable. I say 100. It could potentially go up way more than that. There are a lot of people who invest in this company, for the long term and day trade it. So I think volume in general on Monday is going to be outrageous for this company. So drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Is a solid state battery a good thing, bad thing? Do you think Tesla is better than Neo? Do you think it's going to go down? Do you think, all this stuff is just speculative? Drop your comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Also, if you want to join for the private group, it is going to be in the link down below as well for live streams as well as watch lists. And that's also where I will post this. So I'm going to make a more detailed version of this article, put a little bit more information in there as well, which I'll be posting on the Patreon group. So just to reward everybody out there who has joined. And good luck to everybody out there trading. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. And, make sure you lock in some profits, and grow your accounts. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.